The Thunder has entered the Witness Protection Program. I'm Barry Trammell along with Thunder writer Maddie Lee. We're here at the Oklahoman studios in the week in which the NBA schedule was released. And sort of as we suspected, the Thunder has fallen from the limelight. Only 3 nationally televised games in terms of ESPN, ABC, or TNT. A far cry from the old days when Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and Paul George called Oklahoma City home.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, this time last year, we were looking at them announcing at least 27. And there was at one point last year when they added an extra ESPN game. And so the ESPN broadcast was blacked out here because they'd surpassed their 10-game limit. We're not going to run into that problem this year. Just the 3. And the highlight of that is the TNT game when Russell Westbrook will be coming back on January 9th.
Yeah, it's a far cry, but all the games will be on television. Everything that's 81 games on Fox Sports Oklahoma plus the TNT game. What are the highlights of this schedule, Maddie, that from when you look at it?
It's really going to be the players coming back sort of thing. So December 22nd, we have Paul George, assuming that he's healthy and playing after those 2 shoulder surgeries. He and the Clippers will be in town for the first time since Paul George asked for that trade. And then, like I mentioned, December 9th, Russell Westbrook coming back. But as far as the big marquee games, no Christmas game. They were able to stay on the Martin Luther King Jr. Day schedule, but it's not one of the big national games. And they've got their usual New Year's Eve game against the Mavericks for the 3rd year in a row.
Well, this is there are some upside for fans. The lack of national TV games means fewer midweek games. 22 of the 41 games are going to be played on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and only 2 home games all year are start later than 7 o'clock. And the truth is, we'd sort of gotten used to a lot of those 8:30 starts, which are the bane of people who have to get up and go to work the next morning.
No, absolutely. I'm sure you're excited about that, as am I. But they did a really good job with the schedule overall of limiting. They cut back on those super late West Coast games too, which I am super excited on. So they moved some of those, Warriors and Lakers games up a little earlier to give the people on the East Coast and us, honestly, a little relief there, and fewer back-to-backs league-wide. So there are positives just in general, and we get to have games whenever we want over here because no one else is watching.
Yeah, that's right. Now, you talk about the, moving the games up. I mean, this is a clear marketing ploy because the balance of power has shifted west. I don't mean to the Western Conference. I mean to the West Coast itself with LeBron and Anthony Davis with the Lakers, with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George with the Clippers. You don't want to start those games at 10:30 in New York. You want people watching, so if you can move it up 30 minutes, you got a better chance of getting more eyeballs.
Right. When you have so many of your fans on that East Coast, you don't want them all dropping off at midnight.
Well, it's a brave new world for Thunderland. Not as much national exposure. That's to be expected when you lose the superstars the Thunder has lost. Stay tuned for further coverage of the Thunder here on Oklahoman.com and every day in the Oklahoman.